How to make people laugh. Keys to being funnier. Welcome in, much love, Trav here. Just ran up Mount Daimanju in Kyoto. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Incredible view, really fucking hot, 90 plus degrees, 70% humidity, sweating my balls off here. My friends just made it to the top, what up? Yo, struggle the way up here. And having a riot, really, making lots of jokes and having a great time. And I was thinking about what humor is, what the key to being humor is. And really it's obviously important because it's just more fun. But if you look at the science, people who laugh live longer. Laughing releases all these endorphins that some people can't get and turn to drugs and other stuff or just get into depression and depressed. So if you can't laugh, you're in trouble. If you can laugh, great. You want to be able to laugh and make other people laugh as well. So I'll go over some keys. Now you know why it's important. So I think the first key is just being around other people who like to have fun and laugh. Not everyone's really a joker, but if you surround yourself, and this could be with actual people who like to make jokes and crack jokes, or it can be watching stand-up comedians and stuff like that, you know, listen to audio of funny stuff. Watching funny shows and stuff like that can be good as well. But having funny people in your life, like if someone's really funny, seeking them out and hanging out with them and make each other laugh, get in a good mental state is great. Okay, another key to making people laugh is trying to make people laugh, trying to be funny. Some people think, hey, that's try hard, you're trying hard to whatever, right? You know, if you want to do anything, it helps if you intend to do it, you know? Accidentally being funny is nice, but if you're intentionally funny, you have the intention of lifting the mood of the people around you, have the intention of making people laugh, then you're going to have a good time. The people around you are going to have a good time. So if you set the intention, that's great. Okay, you set the intention, have people around you who like to laugh and have a good time. Another key is being outrageous, being ridiculous, just pushing the boundaries a little bit in what you say and what you do, you know, not necessarily doing anything illegal. And it depends on the people around you if they're into it or whatever, but just getting people out of their comfort zone and imagining ridiculous things and imagining ridiculous stuff will make people laugh, you know, like it can be, you know, it can be things that are offensive, mildly or over the top, or it can be things that were just absurd or non sequitur, things you wouldn't think. That type of stuff tends to be pretty funny, you know. Being clever and making puns like that can get a chuckle, but getting people to really laugh, it helps if you're a little bit absurd and over the top, right? However, if you're absurd, you try to be funny, you have funny people around you, and you are being outrageous, inevitably there's going to be people around you who aren't in the mood to laugh and don't get your humor and are going to get offended, and they're going to turn it on you. And I believe the key to this, because I've gotten that a lot, you know, Twitter swarms coming after me and stuff like that, and not knowing what to do. If you're too careful and too apologetic, you're not going to have a good time. And the key, I think, then is turning the humor on yourself. If you can have some self-depreciation, make fun of yourself, make fun of your shortcomings, you know, like the realer it is, the better. If, you know, whatever's the truest thing about you, you can say, and it'll be funny. And then you're making fun of yourself, then what else can anyone else do to you, you know? You see Eminem in the final of 8 Mile when he's like cracking jokes at himself, the audience is dying, and there's nothing that anyone can say to you at that point. And it lightens the mood, it lets people know that you're not that serious. So there's some keys to being funny, making people laugh, is surrounding yourself with people who like to laugh and like to crack jokes, intentionally trying to do it, listening to funny people, and being a little outrageous, absurd, pushing the boundaries a little bit, and if it blows up, turning it back on you. Hope you find that helpful. If you're a funny person and want to give me tips, leave a comment below. Appreciate that. Check out my Game Shape program, apply to that, I'll add you to the group. Try to help change people's lives and get in good shape up here. And I've got lots more stuff coming from Japan, Mount Daimanju or whatever. So hope you find that useful. Leave a comment down below. Peace out.